I had always known about Sanken microphones, but I started with the CU-44X. When I first heard it, I fell in love with it. I consequently purchased 4 of them for my use, and then those worked out so well, I purchased an additional 2, and those are kind of my go-to mics on Broadway shows, because as much as I'd love to use a really old Neumann U47 or something like that, one, they're not totally reliable, and on a Broadway show, I need reliability, but 2, as it turns out, singers are actually preferring it because it doesn't quite have that presence boost at the top, and it does have a little more meat at the bottom. So I just connect 4 or 5 of those on every Broadway show for the main singers. Once I got exposed to that, I realized how much I loved that dual transducer thing.
My objective is to capture the live sound. So right off the top, the CU-44X with direct output is really one of the most amazing mics I'd ever heard. And still, it's my go-to condenser overhead on drums. And it's just better. It's just better than anything else condenser that I've used in my career.
I suggest, rather than going to the old microphones, and I know tube mics carry a very kind of aura with people, but I have to tell you, the presence peak and a lot of the distortions that were masked on the analog tape are not masked on the digital world. And a lot of times when people talk about digital sounding harsh or digital, they're using mics made for tape rather than mics that are made for the modern era. And I say, if you're going digital, try out the new mics, because I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Tight mics.
Acoustic guitar?
CU-44Xs, not when I have the CU-44Xs, because CU-44Xs have the body that you need to take away. But for acoustic guitar, pretty much in up-down, XY up-down.
Right.
And just move them until you get the warmth that you need. It's an amazing mic because the proximity effect is reduced compared to a single big capsule.
Piano?
Piano's back to CU-44X.
My favorite microphones right now are made in Japan.
It's the Sanken team that I like better. It's the accessibility to guys that'll listen to you and take feedback, maybe build something new,